Hi, welcome to My Court Coach. I'm Jaylyn and I'm going to be your instructor as we talk about Form DV-901. 901 is the attachment to the Order Transferring Wireless Phone Account, Form DV-900. So this is the confidential information that the wireless service provider must keep confidential. So you're going to need to write your name, your case number, and it's going to inform the person that's filling out this form that they are not to file it with the court and do not place it in the court file. So when the court makes its order, it's not going to keep a copy of this form, and they're definitely not going to keep it in the court file. But if they do have like a confidentiality, if your whole entire case is confidential, then maybe this is something that they would put in that part of your file. However, the court is going to protect your information from the other party, from the restrained party, because you won your restraining order after hearing, and you have also won the order to transfer the wireless phone account that is in the name of the restrained party, the abuser. So it's informing you, attention, this form should not be filed with the court. Complete this form and send it to the wireless service provider along with a copy of the order. So to be completed by the protected person, the service provider name, it could be Verizon Wireless, the current account holder, so that's the name of the restrained person. Number 3, the new account holder. So your name, your contact information, and then this information is only going to be used by the wireless service provider to contact you. So they're going to contact you to transfer the account from the restrained party to your name. So you have to provide a couple of phone numbers that the restrained party is not going to have access to. Even if you have to create a new number, like a Google number or something, to assist you with them contacting you eventually about transferring it and then deleting that number, then go ahead and do so. And this is especially true if your restrained person or your ex works for the wireless company. Mistakes do happen, and if you wanted to prevent that mistake, then you can just create a brand new number, a fake number essentially, until the numbers are transferred and the account's transferred to you, and the other party won't have access to it. So your email address and your mailing address as well, so they could immediately contact you if they couldn't get you by phone number. So where should you send this form and the other form, DV-900, the order on the transfer of the wireless account? So to find out where to send this form, go to the California Secretary of State's website or check the court's website and search for your service provider. You will be able to send the forms by mail, email, or fax, depending on the service provider. The accounts cannot be transferred to you if you do not send these forms to the service provider. I mean, think about it. How are they going to know to transfer it if you can't give them a court order? And they're definitely not going to transfer any accounts without a court order, especially if the restrained person is not in agreement with it. So attention, wireless provider. Under the Domestic Violence Restraining Order, or Domestic Violence Prevention Act, California Code Section 6347, and we went into some length about what that code section says in a different video, so please make sure you watch the video for DV-900, that the information contained in this form is confidential and must not be disclosed to the restrained person. So the restrained person, if they work for that company, then they have to take measures and steps to ensure that the restrained person doesn't receive a copy of this, is unaware of this. Of course, they're aware that the order is in fact been granted because they were received the restraining order after hearing, but they don't need to know any further details aside from that. So make sure, please, you do provide your contact information and trust that the wireless service provider will keep it confidential. And if you trust that they will not keep it confidential, then maybe you could go to the Secretary of State's website And if they are a local address, maybe you can go to that address, or maybe you can go to a local branch and see if they will just accept the order that way. You know, sometimes when we mail certain documents, that's going to be pursuant to the California Secretary of State's website. They can also accept, like branches can also accept service or delivery of court orders in that particular branch. And if you go to that branch and they said, no, you actually have to serve it here, then they'll also provide you with that information. So don't be hesitant to comply with this court order. We hope that you found this video to be helpful, and best of luck.